Hey there, this is Rich from Beacon Road. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just going to take a bit and we're going to talk about something that's come up in a couple of different posts that I made in the last few days. And I'll, kind of deal with some of the comments in the posts at a later date, but there's a couple of things I wanted to address in the moment from some of the comments. Um, kind of coming back to the conflict that is actually there between the need, the desire, in some cases, the desperation to feel seen and heard and understood. And in a lot of cases, that desire and that need is also met with an urge that might be as strong of desperately trying to not be seen or heard. Is that fear that conflicts with the desperation. And, for a lot of us, I think we've all probably felt it at some point. It's kind of like that force on one end meets force on the other end, and they just kind of keep pushing at each other, and we kind of just stay spinning in the mud. And, there's a lot of different reasons for that fear, and that needs to be honored because it's very real. And it's going to make itself known. It doesn't matter if you drop, 20K on some program. If it's not assessed, you're still going to be in the same spot, just 20K in the hole. And, some of it is, for a lot of us, we've learned how to fit in, how to get along, what the right answer is, what we should be doing, where we should be, and, right school, the right job, the right partner, the right kids, and the right activities, and the right promotions, and the right car. And, if we don't have, family or partners or peers or superiors, pushing their expectations on us, then there's the outside world kind of doing the same thing with, what you see on TV and online and what's on social media, and you got all this other stuff. And, to up the ante, there's people that feel like if they speak their truth, may actually be in some real danger from, losing their job, or, being in a really dangerous domestic situation. Like, some people, it literally is like they have to hide to stay safe. And, it's not for somebody like me to, judge or to try to push somebody to do a thing that they're just not ready to do. I don't. For me to do that, what makes me any different than the family member whose consequences somebody fears. So trying to navigate that in terms of what this movement, what this mission's about. What does it look like to see somebody who's tied up in that conflict? And it's, of course, you've got to honor with them, and mostly for ourselves, we've got to honor our own safety. We've got to honor our own boundaries. And we've got to honor our own triggers if they're popping up, and give ourselves the space to see what those are, and give ourselves permission to step back and process those if we need to. It's like, the fire department going to a really nasty fire. They may know that there's somebody inside, but if it's way too dangerous to get in and get at them, then, command's going to have to make that shitty decision to keep everybody out, because they know that as much as they want to go in and try to rescue, the likely result is going to be there's still going to be that rescue plus how many of their own they're going to have to go in and try to go after. And nothing good comes from that. So that's got to be first and foremost. You can't help anybody if you're getting sucked into their tornado. That's one from experience. And part of it is, if it's all about seeing people for where they are, it's letting go of expectations and being present and being supportive and being unconditional. Maybe it means continually sitting with them as they figure out how to pack the parachute. And even if your heart dreams of watching them jump from the plane, being at peace with sitting with the parachute for a while. And I think for some people, that whole idea of, being seen in that place and being honored in that place and not being judged in that place may help them to be a little bit more ready to take other steps and eventually go. But again, that's not a thing that can be controlled. Just like you can't control ultimately what kind of quote-unquote safety people decide that they're going to stay in. No matter how messed up or how flat out dangerous it looks like from outside eyes, people are going to do what they know until they know it stops working. And again, while honoring your own boundaries and your own safety, it's a matter of being present with them until they maybe figure it out. But ultimately, everybody's got to make their own choice to figure it out. Everybody's got to choose what point they're ready to take whatever step or whatever leap. And that's part of the process of being able to see somebody, is to just honor and accept them for where they're at, their talents, their skills, what makes them special, but also honoring what scares the shit out of them and being present for that too. It's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. And I think that's a lot of what I have to say right now. And I'd love to hear input if it calls to you. And, please feel free to like this and share it with somebody if you think they need to hear this message. Please subscribe to this channel and on social for more stuff like this. And go do something nice for yourself today. It doesn't have to be big and elaborate. Just, it can be something small and something that makes you just smile a little bit. Alright? And until next time, be safe and be well.